darlings, welcome to a new vlog. Today, as I'm filming this, is actually Halloween, and it feels like we're in a movie set, because today we have got, as you can see probably around me, this really low mist all over the fields, and yet where we're on a little bit of a hill at home, we were actually above the mist, so it's blue skies at home, and I've been kind of dipping in and out of this incredible mist and blue sky all morning. It's been really, really beautiful, and there was actually this little area on the side of the road as I was turning where there must have been 100 mini cobwebs in the grass, and they were just illuminated. It literally looked like something out of a film. Truly, truly magical. So on my way between Pilates this morning and my meeting now, which is at Soho Farmhouse, I drove past the Rollright stones, which is basically a Neolithic, so nearly 5,000-year-old circle of stones. And there are so many kind of folklore tales about what these stones are. Did a witch cast a spell on the king's men as they were stood in a circle and they all turned to stone? Maybe. But it's quite a popular place for people to visit on Halloween. So I thought I would go today and see if there's anything spooky happening there, but unfortunately I think I'm a little bit too early. I don't think I don't know what you'd call them, the people that celebrate Halloween at the Rollright Stones, they haven't arrived yet, which is a shame, but it was really spooky with the mist, with the clouds, so I'm glad I went there today of all days. Anyway, here at Farmhouse for a meeting, I'm half an hour early, going to grab a coffee and stretch my legs a little bit because that Pilates was really, really tough. And I think it's going to be a really, really beautiful day. Today I'm going to completely finish off all the pumpkins that we've got in the house, make some delicious recipes, including a pumpkin risotto for dinner tonight. We've got Charlie's sister Scarlett staying with us, and then, yeah, we've basically got a couple of really fun things planned over the next couple of days. Tomorrow evening is the bonfire night celebrations at Estelle Manor, so we're gonna head there. I've been lured in by the promise of mac and cheese. So it's gonna be a really lovely couple of days, and I'm excited to bring you along. My first pit stop, as always, is the garden, and look at this. I don't think I've ever seen a kale quite like this before. It's white on the inside of the leaves and then green on the outside. Really pretty. Very unusual. It's actually amazing how much they've still got growing, considering at the very end of October. They're purple kale. Why did theirs do so well and mine did so badly? Look at this, it's monster kale. It's over 1 metre tall. So impressive. Can you see all the cobwebs illuminated in here? On the teasels, they've just got all the dewdrops on them, and on these little bits of bracken. Looks so magical, and yet the sun is quite warm even though it's still so misty. Such a strange but really quite magical day. Okay, my darlings, back home again. I was actually wearing sunglasses to drive home, which is bonkers. It is such a beautiful day today. I think Scarlett's going to be here at the house in a couple of hours, so hopefully if it's still light we'll head out for a dog walk. I say that because it's been getting dark so early lately. I have just been getting myself into the most excited, festive mood because I've just been re-watching a few of my old Vlogmas videos, or like skim watching them. The meeting that I just had was actually with YouTube, which is really exciting, and we were talking about Vlogmas, and I would love to know from you guys if you've watched the last few. Vlogmas really started, I would say, in 2020. That was when I started doing the daily Christmas vlogs, and I think I've told the story before how the Vlogmas intro, which is now iconic, actually happened as an accident. I didn't mean to create, I didn't have the intent of creating this like beautiful cinematic intro, which is now quite commonplace here on YouTube, but sorry, I have told this story before, but basically Charnwood Stoves were using our house as a shoot location, and they created a festive promo film, and when they shared it with us, that's when like the light bulb moment went on, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, that would be so perfect for a Vlogmas intro. So the funny thing is, if you go and watch the 2020 one, which I love the music for, I think 2020 is Silent Night, Charlie and I don't actually feature in it. In fact, I think it's only the last 2 years that Charlie has featured in it. 2021 was just me. But yeah, it's really fun to see how they've evolved. So anyway, I would love to know which has been your favourite Vlogmas intro and why. I will leave links down below to the first day of Vlogmas every year since 2020. Sometimes I do like a couple of minutes of chat before the intro, just to warm you up a little bit. But I'd love to know which has been your favourite intro and let me know why. I've got a favourite, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to skew your opinions. And I'm actually considering reusing one of the songs this year. Ooh, controversial. I don't know, unless I find one that I love, I think I might reuse one with some different ASMR in it. But anyway, I should not be revealing the Vlogmas intro secrets. Let's keep it a secret. Speaking of being in a festive mood, I've got something really exciting to open with you. I've also got my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 gingerbread men, which I forgot to eat yesterday, so I'm going to crack open my little gingerbread men while I talk to you about this, but also what this symbolises. As you guys know, Charlie and I are basically 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅's biggest fans. We adore everything that the brand stands for. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, of course, the organic farm shop really close to where we live. Bamford being the spa, the Pilates studio that I go to multiple times a week. We're also members of the Bamford Club, which is just absolutely glorious. So it's a really big part of our lives now that we live out here in the Cotswolds, and I don't think we predicted how much a big part of our lives it would be. That was really awful grammatically, really bad, but yeah, it really is a huge part of our lives and our lifestyle, and I would be very sad if 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 didn't exist. We get most of our food from there, we buy most of the gifts for our friends and family from there, most of the pampering products that we use, whether it's our hand soaps in the bathrooms, or whether it's the shower gel or our room diffusers, they're all Bamford. It's one of those brands that is just so entwined with our lives. So it brings me tremendous joy to say that Charlie and I are partnering really closely with 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 and Bamford over this festive season, and I know that you guys will be really happy for us. It's just the true dream partnership, and so you'll be seeing lots of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Bamford things going on over the festive season, which honestly is just a joy, an absolute joy, and the most authentic partnership that we could possibly dream of working on. In fact, when we did our our survey that thousands and thousands of you answered, the #1 brand that you associated us with was 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, and 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Bamford. It's just a true honour to work with them. So before I show you what is inside here, I do have something really exciting to share with you. First of all, we now have our own edits on the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 website and the Bamford website. So if you've ever wondered, for example, okay, this is going to be quite hilarious, but if you've ever wondered where our bowls are from, or where my scenic pumpkin is from, basically most things in this house that we get asked about are from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 or Bamford. And so I'll pop a little preview on the screen here. We are going to have edits up on the websites with all of our favourite things. So whether you are looking to treat yourself to something, whether you're wondering which is my favourite mince pie, or which cutlery we're going to be using for Christmas, things like that, you can find all of that on these edit pages. You can also use them as a little bit of a starting point, because 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 and Bamford, they do everything from your plumping moisturiser to your chocolate orange, your chocolate clementine. So there's a lot of things to look through, and I think that I would say that Charlie and I know their product categories really well. We have tried most things, and we most definitely have our favourites. So we've been able to put all of our favourites in one place and create our edits on the sites. So yeah, use that as your kind of starting block for your Christmas shopping, because that's all of our favourite things. So this, I'm so thrilled to share with you. This is the Bamford Advent Calendar. Oh yes, they are doing an Advent Calendar. If your husband, brother, mother, wife, son, daughter, whoever is feeling exceptionally generous and gifts this to you, and you find this under your tree or at the end of your bed on the 1st of December, you are very, very lucky indeed. But there is nothing wrong with sending a not so subtle hint to somebody. If your husband is sat next to you, it's really interesting, by the way, how many of you guys watched these videos on the TV versus on your laptops. Let me know down below what kind of your setup is, because we have figured that lots of you watch this on the TV, which I love. But yeah, if your husband's sat next to you and you're thinking you'd quite like this, just give him a little elbow right now, because personally I think this is the most gorgeous thing to gift someone this Christmas. But it's also an amazing way of discovering a huge variety of Bamford products at a fabulous price. So why not treat yourself to this? Honestly, it's perfect for self-treating. So the look of the advent calendar itself, it is fully recyclable, obviously true to Daylesford's sustainability core, and it's just very traditional looking. You've got this beautiful kind of fairground ride pattern on the front here, and you open it up and we have got the festive drawers. I've also just realised that when it's open, it looks like the shape of the Daylesford farm shop. I am positive that that is not an accident. I've just tilted you down a little bit so that you can see what I'm seeing. On the website it says, inspired by the joy that the circus brings to Daylesford every year, in the heart of the English garden a magical carousel comes to life. Around and around it turns, featuring an ensemble of woodland animals joyfully celebrating the Christmas season. And this is the 12 days of Christmas joy advent calendar. So the goodies in here are worth over I keep skewering myself with this. So the goodies in here are worth over £270, but the advent calendar itself is £195. So you're getting a really fantastic saving on the goodies that are inside. So, oh my gosh. The smell coming from this calendar is absolutely incredible. Let's take a little sneak peek. I don't want to ruin too many surprises for you. Oh, I've not pre-looked in any of these drawers. This is a complete random sporadic. This is the classic. If you have not yet smelt the Bamford geranium collection, basically this is what our house smells like. We've got the diffusers, we've got the hand soaps, we've got the oils, we've got the mists, everything. But this is truly, if you come to Daylesford, you may have experienced this in some of the bathrooms there, which is a real joy. Oh my goodness, it's just the geranium. There's something so relaxing about the scent of geranium, and I think that it is the most iconic scent of the whole of the Bamford collection. It's very synonymous with the brand. It's very synonymous with Lady Bamford Carol herself as well. She has got an incredible greenhouse full of geraniums. My greenhouse is pretty much full of geraniums right now as we store them for the winter, but nothing compared to Carol's, which is just an absolute dream. So you get a full size of the hand wash behind day number 9. Look away now if you don't want any more spoilers. Let's look, but oh my goodness, another ginormous. Is this the bath? This is the ultimate. If you have had a stressful day and you just need to have some me time, you want to lock the door, forget that the outside world exists, and have the most relaxing bath of all time, this bath oil is the one. I am going to be using this evening. It's Halloween. I'm not watching any spooky films. I'm not doing anything petrifying. I'm not trick-or-treating. I'm gonna have a geranium bath. That is what I want to do this evening. This is the most relaxing scent of all time. And if you've ever had a Bamford spa treatment, that's also an amazing gift idea. Then chances are you will have experienced this before, and just one inhalation of this will send you straight back to the absolute bliss that no doubt you were experiencing during your treatment. So wowza trouser, as my Bamford Pilates teacher would say. I can't believe you get a full size of that in there. Oh my goodness, wait, this has got to be full shebang. Hand and body lotion. I feel very fortunate to be smothered in this for most of my life, because whenever I do Pilates I have a quick shower at the club afterwards, and this is the body lotion that they have in the changing rooms. Honestly, I would become a member of the club purely for the pampering that you get to experience. And again, this is just, well, it's the geranium scent, so it's iconic, it's heavenly, it's so relaxing, it's invigorating. It is the ultimate fragrance. I wonder what's in these slightly more mini ones. Let's have a look. So you've got a little mini of the hand and body wash, which is fabulous if you're going away on any little trips in the not too distant future. Ooh, this lip balm. This is so funny. So this is Charlie's favourite lip balm. It's just the classic Bamford lip balm. If you are looking at being a little bit more ingredient aware, let's say, then lip balm is, by the way, the camera thinks that this is my face, not my actual face. Let's see if I can get the framing right again. Yoo-hoo! There we go. Yes, this is Charlie's absolute favourite lip balm. If you are looking to make a more natural switch to a gorgeous lip balm that still really nourishes the lips and doesn't make you need more lip balm, because some of them actually just in the long run dry your lips out, this is a mask. It's really nourishing for your lips. If your husband or your son or your brother or your dad suffers from a bit of dry lips but doesn't want a girly lip balm, then this is a gorgeous one. I would say that Charlie reaches for this maybe 10 times a day. It's become a habit. I counted him during a car journey once and he topped his lip balm up 5 times. And I think it's just because he enjoys the experience of applying this lip balm. But I pop this on before bed. It's really beautifully thick and nourishing, and you wake up with fabulously moisturized lips. It's just truly glorious. What do we have behind day number 11? Oh my gosh. Oh, yay. I actually don't have this, and this is on my wish list. This is the Nurture Balm, a multi-purpose balm with natural nourishing oils of argan, avocado and jojoba. Leave the skin feeling smooth and nourished. So this is one of those products that you can use for loads of different things. So it's also got the most, I've tried samples of, oh, I'm showing it to you so you can smell it. I've tried this before in the shop and had it on my wish list. It is just the most beautiful textured balm, and you may have spotted that I'm not wearing my wedding ring at the moment because I've given myself that annoying, well, I've not given it to myself, my ring has given me an annoying rash on my finger again. And this is one of those balms that's just super reparative, so you can pop it on your cuticles, you can use it as a lip balm, but also you could just put it on your pulse points and inhale it. Oh my goodness. It's just the most gorgeous fragrance as well. But this would be, this alone, I'll leave this linked down below, would be the most gorgeous stocking filler for a mum or anyone that you know that maybe gets a little bit stressed and they just need to inhale something to chill them out, or someone that loves a little bit of pampering but you're not too sure what specific product to get them. You can't go wrong with something like this because it's so multitasking. Any little bruises or marks or whatever you want to nourish, any dry areas of skin, it could be your brows, it could be your lips, it could be your cuticles, then this is just the most gorgeous multitasking product. I'm leaving this out because it's going on my bedside table. And then I'll just open one more. I'm intrigued what this long one is. Oh, another favourite. This is the Geranium Hand Balm, and this is the best smelling hand balm in the world. I keep this, again, in my car. I pop it on the backs of my hands when I'm driving, and then my hands can be infusing with the gorgeousness of this balm while I drive. It is incredibly thick, really, really luxurious, and again, full size. There are so many great size pieces in here. It just smells like the garden, and that focus on nature is obviously so, so important to Bamford. So what a delightful, this has got to be the most tasteful and thoughtful advent calendar that you could gift someone. So leave a hint if you're hoping someone might treat you to this. I will leave it linked down below if you are tempted, and even you don't have to wait for someone else to get it for you. Treat yourself to this because it's so full of pampering goodness and a great way to discover maybe a new favourite from the Bamford product line, or discover the brand in total if you have not yet tried anything, and you'll see why we just love it so, so much. We truly do. Now, I said I was going to snack on these while I was chatting to you, and I haven't started snacking yet, but what I really need to do is very boring, and I need to take my car down to the garage in the village and get my tyres pumped up. This is the joy of living in the countryside, especially in autumn winter. There are a lot of potholes, and I didn't know this before moving to the countryside, but you don't have to wait until your tyres have burst before you get them like seen to. So my tyre, sorry, this is really boring. I'm not actually gonna continue that sentence because it's so boring. Long story short, I need to go and get my tyres pumped up, so let's go and do that, and then I'll see how much time I've got before Scarlett arrives. Okay, I'm back from my tyre situation. I've made myself a lovely coffee. It's 3:30, so it's a little bit late for me to have a coffee, but I think I need it today. I've been falling asleep at like 8 p.m. every evening, and it's just a little bit ridiculous. But these little gingerbread men, oh my gosh, how good does that look? I'm sure these will be on the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 website, so I'll leave these linked. I've probably got half an hour to get some editing done. This is such a funny scene, and no one will guess what we were doing, I'm sure. But yeah, something really exciting to tell you about in the future. But yeah, I'm going to be joined by my babies. As soon as I sit on the sofa, the little bunnies come and join me. Get half an hour of editing done before Auntie Scarlett arrives. Yes, going to have kisses with Auntie Scarlett. Yes, Mummy. Okay, you're just propped up in probably not the best place, but while I've been slurping my coffee, I've just been on Instagram when I should be working. But I just wanted to read something to you that nearly brought, well, actually did bring a tear to my eye. I'm a very emotional person, and it doesn't take much to make me cry, but this did, I do find this really upsetting. And while Charlie may jest every now and then about the world of politics, I really don't talk about politics very often. To be honest, it's actually not a topic that I feel knowledgeable enough to talk about in detail, and I know it is a hot topic, so I don't want to talk about something unless I really have a very strong opinion or really know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Charlie can have a passionate debate about politics and he has information to back it up, whereas I don't feel often that I have enough information to back up my opinions on the topic of politics. However, I'm just going to read you this post, and I've had so many people, I've just shared it to my stories, and I've had so many people already message me back that are from farming families saying that this message is completely true and it really reflects the feelings of farming families. And obviously living in an area that we do, I'm so passionate about our local farming community, and I want to do everything in my power to support them where I can. I have no idea what they're barking at. Yeah, I'd like to do everything in my power to support local farmers, whether that's shopping from farm shops or whether that is just even being like an ear at a local pub, listening to the conversations and listening to the problems that they have, and encouraging you guys to shop locally and shop from your local farm shops and things like that, because it really does make a huge difference. Anyway, I'm going to read you this post from Farming UK, and it's called Death of the Family Farm. So long to the rural scene that many before have loved and seen. Generations together, toiled, soiled, undone by labour, the history spoiled. No longer is it worth the time to give countless hours and break your spine. From your efforts, nothing to show. The government will reap what you sow. Developments and corporations will take your land, tell children to flee the life they planned. None of us can bear the cost, a generation of farmers in a heartbeat lost. I find that so upsetting, and as I said, not knowledgeable enough on the politics to speak that much more on it. Just another plea from me: if you do live in the UK, there are amazing ways you can support your local farmers, even if you live in a city, from buying from smaller retailers, buying veg from your local greengrocer, from local farm shops, using companies like Riverford, where they work with small local farms to deliver produce that hasn't had to go through the supermarket system, which is just not supportive of the farming community. If you live locally, obviously 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, the dairy, the organic produce you can get from there, locally grown. So yeah, just something that I've been thinking about a lot today, and I guess since the budget. But yeah, I think Scarlett's just got here. I can hear the dogs going a little bit crazy. So we're gonna do a little bit of pumpkin cooking, just something to think about. I don't know if that's getting a little bit too controversial by bringing up a political topic here on the channel, but it's just something that's very close to my heart, to Charlie's hearts, and that we get hugely impacted by here in the countryside, and it affects so many people. So yeah, just something to think about. I know where to go, you see, I'm solid. And I know we're not going the right way. You are so cute. Good morning, my darlings. It's Friday morning, a little bit misty and cloudy this morning. I've done my usual Pilates and grabbed a few essentials from the shop. Now we have got a morning of pampering at Soho Farmhouse. We've got Scarlett with us, and Charlie organised a morning at the lazy lake here. None of us have ever done this before. I have been invited many times to come and try this out, but it's just never worked out timing wise. So really excited to be trying it out this morning. So you have access to this kind of cabin up at the top here. I imagine on a hot sunny day, I mean, this would just be glorious, but equally it's a nice cozy thing to do on an autumnal day as well. There's these lakes here with the hot tubs submerged into the lakes. They bring different salts. There's mud face masks, you can order drinks to your hot tub, and then there's also infrared saunas, ice baths, steam rooms, and you kind of do a circuit. It's almost a little bit like a really rustic outdoor version of the ancient baths at Estelle, but by the looks of it we are completely the only ones here, so we're going to get changed into our swimming cozies and have a dunk in the tubs. So for a little bit of context, if you're familiar with Farmhouse, this little cabin that you have access to is up here. The main swimming pool you can see is over there, and then the stream runs through. These three cabins here are the infrared saunas, and then down here, here's Scarlettina. Gorgeous! The grey and the pink looks cute. I like your necklace, darling. You're so glam. Love it. You excited?
Very, I can't wait.
Gorgeous. So Hattie has bought us the Epsom salts and a little mud face mask, and this tub here is going to be ours, which is really exciting. But yeah, how cool, they're kind of submerged in the lakes. Really awesome. This is our tub. How cute. Charlie's lining up the towels. So what have we got here on the floor? We've got some waters.
Some face masks.
We've got some mud face masks. We've got some Epsom salts. And we've got a drinks menu. I might actually ask if I can get a matcha. Is that a bit naughty?
No.
Everyone else is going for cocktails. Oh yeah, they got coffees.
That is nice temperature actually.
Toasty?
Yeah, you like this? Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, love it.
Oh yeah, it should make it even more.
Oh, really hot.
Yeah, it makes it hot.
It's gorgeous. Charlie. Okay, we have done an hour in the hot tub. We've done 20 minutes of breath work in the infrared, and now we're cold plunging. How cold is it compared to the Bamford ones?
It's taller, because I can't get, that's pointless.
What? You need to fill it up.
Fill up. How do we fill it up? You need to get your neck under it.
You do. It's not hardcore enough for Charlie Irons.
I mean, it's chilly.
Chilly, but not freezing.
Right, well done.
It's crazy. These are really cold.
Call me, what's his name? What's the fellow's name of the beard?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof.
Who?
Wim Hof, he's like the master of the ice bath. Finished with a nice walk and we've popped into Soho Home. I'm rather in love with this bobbly mirror. I'm trying to think where in the house that could go, but it's gorgeous. And look at this seat with the kind of ribbed velvet and the wooden backing. It's really cool. Gorgeous. Love Soho Home cushions. Such nice colours. What else have they got round here? Let's see, it's a nice unit. Such nice cushions. Hello, my darlings. Sorry, I know you always tell me to look. Where do I look? There or there? I'm not sure. It feels a bit strange, but I'll try and look at you instead of in the camera. We are heading now to Estelle for the bonfire night, and you've not missed anything over the last couple of hours. We have all just been relaxing here at home in the living room and watching the Taylor Swift Eras Tour documentary, which has been wonderful, just having a really chilled afternoon. And now we're heading to Estelle for their bonfire night celebrations. I have got on a lovely long brown jumper dress and then scarf and this lovely coat with the faux fur collar, which is perfect, lots and lots of layers. I don't know if you can see, but I actually did a little bit of sparkly eye makeup, which I haven't done in a long time, but it feels like a perfect night to do it. And then this bag from last year, which I haven't worn yet this year, so I thought I would bring this one out of hibernation. So we're heading out for bonfire night. I believe there's going to be mac and cheese, there's going to be hot dogs and things like that, so it should be really good fun. This is actually my first time going to one of Estelle's kind of events. I've only ever been, you know, just to have lunch or to spend the day there before, but this is the first of their events that I've been to and I've heard really good things. I'm already roasting, so I'm going to have to take this coat off in the car. But yeah, bonfire night is always lots of fun. It is a centuries-old tradition here in the UK. Don't think any other countries celebrate it, but here in the UK, I think it was in 1806 or maybe it was 1608. I'll put the correct year on the screen here. When, okay, I hope I've got this right, a group of Protestants were unhappy, no, a group of Catholics were unhappy with how the Protestant church were treating their religion. Hopefully that's right. And they decided that they wanted to blow up King Edward I. This is really testing my history. And the Houses of Parliament, which is obviously still to this day the House of Parliament where Big Ben is. And so they had a plot to blow up the House of Parliament and Big Ben, sorry, and King Edward. So they had a huge amount of gunpowder, which they stored underneath the House of Parliament, and it was Guy Fawkes' job to go down there and set the gunpowder off to have a massive explosion. But one of the members of the group that were plotting to do this, they actually sent a letter to their friend that worked in the House of Parliament and said, look mate, don't go to work this day because we're planning something. And word spread and the plot got discovered. Guy Fawkes, I think he was hung, drawn and quartered. We were delightful back in the 1800s. And so King Edward then decided that we would celebrate on the 5th of November the fact that they didn't get to blow up the Houses of Parliament and kill the king. It's kind of progressed, especially in certain parts of the UK, to now be celebrating kind of it's very, you know, you choose kind of a person or a political or religious figure that you're not a huge fan of and you burn them. It's a bit weird, but It's also toffee apples and bonfires and fireworks, and it can be a really nice wholesome evening despite its kind of crazy backstory. Anyway, that's what we're heading out for tonight. There's going to be fireworks, there's going to be a bonfire, there's going to be some really tasty food, so let's get going. Classic Estelle Manor, we've just got here, and someone's about to land by helicopter. It is 2 p.m. the next day and I still have not picked up the camera, aside from to very briefly just now show you my legume potato soup, which was delicious. We were meant to be having a shoot day today, but Charlie's not been feeling great since the weekend, so we've actually postponed that. So I've had a mega laptop morning. I actually woke up in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning last night with that email anxiety. I know there are emails in my inbox from last week that I still haven't even got to, so I really wanted to spend hours today just going through my emails because I get FOMO. I really worry that I've missed something important unless I have literally gone through every single one. I've never had like folders in my inbox or anything to really organize it. That would probably help, but I would say at this time of year I probably get around 500 emails a day, and I would say around 50 of those require concentration to reply to. That doesn't sound like that many, but actually considering that the majority of my job is doing non-laptop based things, creating content, editing content, sharing content, not email based, that's quite a lot of emails to action every day. Anyway, that's really boring chat. I've spent the entire day so far doing that, and now I want to take my eyes away from the screens and pick up the camera. So up here in my dressing room, the last time that I filmed in here with you doing a wardrobe clear out was probably 2 weeks ago, and ever since then I've had these bags. Oh my gosh, they're heavy. Literally just sat on the floor waiting for me to have time to deal with them. This is the knitwear that I forgot about. I forgot that I owned all of this. It's last year's knitwear, but yeah, I basically need to go through it, decide if there's anything that I no longer want to keep, so I need to clear out my old knitwear. I don't know how I decided which bits to put away because this cupboard here is also full of knitwear. I don't know how I have so much. It's quite overwhelming. Also, these cupboards behind me, I very much put off tidying them out. It's a lot of things like thermals and trousers that are not leggings and yet not smart trousers, like weird in between things, gardening clothes, stuff like that. So really boring to look through and really boring to clear out. But I've had a couple of coffees today. I've sent so many emails and I've sent so many projects and things off that I'm now just kind of waiting for everyone to get back to me. So instead of digressing, I thought I would come and spend an hour in here just having a little sort out. So it's probably best to get rid of the old, and I'm calling my jumpers from last year new because they need to go back into my wardrobes. But I think the first thing I'm going to do because it's the thing that I will put off the most, is rummage through these cupboards. So for example, this is, to be honest, am I ever going to wear this again? Like little things like this I should probably get rid of, but is anyone going to buy things like this? This is a hat that I wore quite a few times to Royal Ascot. I don't know, actually maybe if someone invites me to a christening, things like this, I'm like, oh, I might as well just keep hold of it. This is actually my favourite fascinator slash hat. I wore it to Ben and Robin's wedding. It's got some really lovely detail on it, and if, like me, you just like to wear your hair in a bun, it's quite a nice way of making that look a little bit more dramatic. I have some other quite fun things in here. I've got my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 beach mat. I actually don't even know if I've ever used this, but it's one of these, you know, these mats. If you live somewhere by a beach, then you just kind of fling these in your car. But I've taken it on a few holidays with me, and I've realised I'm just a deck chair kind of gal. I'd rather spend the 10 or 15 euros, that's in the cheap places, on a deck chair and be really comfortable, and otherwise I'm happy to lay on the sand. So I don't really use it that much, but I think it's just such a bougie piece that I'm not really willing to get rid of it. There's probably also a few handbags that I could get rid of. That pink one there is a Saint Laurent, but it's so inoffensive, it's so simple and classic that I don't really see any point in getting rid of it. Like, it's just quite a nice little storage bag at the moment. It's kind of, is it Saint Laurent? Yeah, it is. It's got no branding on it. It's really, really simple, and at the moment it's got my travel blanket and neck pillow in there. So have I worn it in years? No, but it's quite a good little storage item. And then down here I have got more swimwear than anyone could ever possibly need in their entire life, but there's probably some old bits in here that I'm just no longer in love with, so I should probably have a rummage through here. Some things I've got really marked. I don't know how they've got so damaged. Ah, I do actually. This just needs to go in the wash because this is my H&M 𝑭𝒆 dupe. It looks like the 𝑭𝒆 bikinis, and I wore this on the like 3 hot days of the year when I did gardening, so it's actually got soil on it, so that needs to go in the wash. This was far more practical for gardening. The brown version of that, definitely a better colour choice if you're gardening. And then I've got my really lovely Away That Day swimsuits that I wore, well, throughout the summer and all of our most recent trips. Do you know what? I think maybe clearing out swimwear is a summer job because I'm just not mentally in the space for it right now. But I'm going to just have a little rummage through these, see if there's anything that I can pull out and pop on a podcast to keep me entertained while I do so. These arrived in the post a couple of days ago, and they're just so gorgeous. I wanted to show you as a potential gift idea. They are the makeup bags from the Flat Lay company. This one has got a really beautiful moon and stars, and so the bag itself is completely flat. I'll show you the one that I use. So this is what they look like when they're full. It's kind of like a giant shower cap, and then when you get to your hotel or whatever, you just open up the drawstring and you can open up the bag, see all of your makeup, all of your skincare products really easily, and then you just do it up like so, and it's just the easiest thing in the entire world. I absolutely love them. All of my makeup bags that I take on holiday with me are from the Flat Lay company, and this is one of their new patterns with the kind of celestial, I love the dark navy, I think it's gorgeous. And they also sent this really wonderful makeup brush holder, which again, oh, actually no, this doesn't open up completely flat. It opens up like a little wallet. And yeah, you can just put all of your makeup brushes in there for traveling. So I love these. I believe I have a discount code for the Flat Lay company. If it's active, I'll leave it on the screen and down below, and also in our discount directory. But yeah, amazing stocking fillers for a daughter, for a sister, for a mum, anyone that you know that loves to travel. These makeup bags are the best. Anyway, let's not digress, let's not get distracted. Let's start tackling the dreaded drawers. This is a job that I have been putting off for such a long time, but today's the day. So let's do it. this area already looks so much better. I can actually see what I've got now. I really quickly gave up on the swimsuits and the summer stuff just because my brain's not in the right place, and also if I end up getting rid of anything, then who's buying summer stuff right now? So over here, got a couple of little hats that I decided I wanted to try and look cool and wear things like this last year. Both of them have still got the labels in, didn't wear either of them last year, but I will try this year. And then I've got a couple of caps, which are actually, again, quite good at keeping your head warm in winter. So, ooh, is that a spider? Oh, it's a fly, that is gross, ew. So I've got a couple of practical things here. This is my little steamery fabric shaper. Does it still work? Yes! Also a really good stocking filler. Is it still too early to talk about gifts? I don't think so. When you're watching this, it's November. I'm still clinging on to October by the time I'm filming this. But yeah, you basically like rub it over your bobbly woolen things and it shaves them, which is great. Gets rid of bobbles. These are essential, especially if you've got dogs and wear lots of dark colours especially. Well, if you've got a light coloured dog or vice versa. Basically picks up hairs and other clacky bits from your outfits. And then this, where is it? Here is a manual fabric comb, also really good at removing any bobbles from your knitwear. These are little moth items. They're a little bit fragrant and it stops moths apparently coming into your knitwear. Here is my, oops, having trouble opening this. Oh no, I've got too much thermal action going on down here. Okay, well, here are my thermals. As you can see, I do not need to buy any more thermals. This pile here are my extra thick ones, and they're like kind of, you know, fluffy on the inside for really, really cold days. So I've got loads of those, and then these are my thinner ones. I probably would say I definitely wear the thinner ones much more regularly. You cannot see them at all underneath your clothing. But as I said, I think in the last vlog, by wearing a thermal top, it means that you can wear your knitwear more often and you don't have to wash it as much because you've not actually had your skin touching it. So they stay a bit cleaner. And also helps with like itchiness and things like this. Gosh, my arms look so pale. I need to do some serious tanning. Yeah, so this is my scarves and a couple of the more knitted socks drawer. These, sorry, did I say socks? I meant gloves. These ones are filthy, but let me tell you, these gloves are my ice skating and wreath making gloves. If I'm doing anything that requires, or like even outside gardening in autumn or winter when it's really cold. So they're grubby, but I don't really mind because I need a grubby pair. And then I've got lovely mittens, and then I've got my more fabulous gloves. Didn't wear these last year. I think I got them in the sale, didn't I? Very bougie Gucci gloves. And you know what? Holland Cooper do really, really nice gloves. These are my favourite from them. They are brown suede and they've got a woolen or cashmere linings. They're really comfortable. Again, really fantastic stocking filler gift ideas. So the top three sections, that section, that drawer and that one are done. So then we've got this bottom drawer, which is kind of forgotten trousers. Let me know if you have been watching these videos long enough that you remember my deep obsession with the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 trousers. I used to bang on about these all the time. Isn't it funny that ever since maybe 3 years ago, I've just not really worn them, and they used to be the thing that I couldn't put together an outfit if I wasn't wearing my Tyne trousers. I think it's actually time to say goodbye to these. I don't find this colour very flattering. I do have them in 2 shades of green, which I probably would wear again, but I don't think I'll wear these ones again. I wish I could see like a tally of the number of times I've worn this pair of trousers. I would say probably in the top 5 most worn things in my entire wardrobe, but you know what? I do think I'm going to get rid of them because I've not worn them in so long and I really just don't think I would wear this colour again. So goodbye to a piece that once I thought I would never live without. Again, light coloured trousers, I just don't think they're very flattering. I think when you're younger maybe, and you know, your body type is different. Ah, yes. Holland Cooper trousers, however, are always flattering, although I do not fit into their size 6s anymore. That's the size 8. That's good. I would say with Holland Cooper, I'd always be tempted to size up because they do have a really, really slim fit. These are really good outdoor waterproof trousers from a brand called 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. This is very uncomfortable. especially after my PT session this morning. And then wide leg white jeans. I don't think I can see myself wearing them. I'm gonna get rid of those. They feel quite unworn anyway. Do I need, I just don't need this. This is Adenola. I didn't wear it much over the summer. And I've got so many nice Varley knits. Oh, that's lovely. That is so lightweight. Why have I not worn this more? That's gorgeous little cashmere jumper. 𝑭𝒂𝒕 kind of gardening shirt, I'd say. But yeah, again, I think I've got other things in my wardrobe for that use that I think I prefer, so I'm going to get rid of that. What's this? Is this another pair of 𝑟𝒕 trousers? No. This is the M&S version. Someone messaged me and they said, Josie, M&S do a pair of trousers just like the 𝑟𝒕 ones. So I got those. Leather cream coloured trousers. Wow, from Topshop. They're actually fleece lined. But yeah, I don't think. They're kind of PVC. They feel a bit, you know, like teenage Josie. These were always my travel trousers. I used to travel in these all the time. Still really like them actually. Wow, these are so old. I don't think 𝑟𝒕 even have this logo anymore, do they? I think they've rebranded since then. Gosh, they're so tiny. UK4. I think I've got to keep these just for prosperity. Because I did, at one time in my life, just love them. And they're quite fun with the floral patterns, so I'll keep them and the leopard print ones, even though they're a bit out there. Just because they hold good memories. Leather trousers from Remain. Ooh, do you know what? If they fit, I bet they're actually very on trend right now. These like dark brown leather trousers. I'm going to give those a try next time I can be bothered. I'm not getting out my cashmere today. So what else? Another pair of leather trousers from H&M. How funny, they're almost identical. But these are black and I really don't wear black, so I'm going to get rid of those. Some people will find that so shocking. But I really don't. Karen Millen 𝑗odhpur style trousers. They're very nice actually. I should wear them more. And then we've got these Ralph Lauren 𝑗odhpur style trousers with this kind of knee patch on them. Really like those as well. Let's put some of these bits back. Thermal trousers. Jeans that I'm keeping. Tyne trousers for the memories. Lovely. What's this? A simple pair of black leggings. Oh my gosh, these are so old. My reversible Sweaty Betty leggings. Do you know what? These are great because they're so thick. On cold days, they are such a nice layering piece. They should almost go with my thermals. We've got my Christmas pyjamas from last year. These are 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕. They're so cute. Is this Ralph Lauren, this Christmas jumper? Oh, 𝑏𝒅, of course. And it's so classic with the reindeer. Probably the most traditional of all my Christmas jumpers, so I love that one. Another Adenola fleece that I don't think I need any more of them. Some Karen Millen trousers that always fit me a bit weirdly, so I'll ditch those. And another pair of light coloured leather leggings, which I think are just going to be awfully unflattering, so we'll ditch those. I think these were from 𝑟𝒕. Oh no, these are Karen Millen, but obviously I've not worn them because they've still got a label attached. So I'll ditch those as well. Okay, so now we have a little festive pile. Christmas jumper, Christmas pyjamas, and a drawer that I can actually close. So we've definitely achieved something here. Doing well. So some of these bags, it's not just actual jumpers, it's knitted dresses as well, which is great. I'm being quite ruthless here because I have got far too many knitted dresses and I know that I won't be able to resist buying a few more this year, but some I remember that I absolutely love. This one is from Max Mara and it's a really nice kind of biscuity colour. I've always loved the shape of this one. It's actually quite boxy and it is maybe not the most flattering. Oh, the light's not working in here. God, the electrics in this room is still, the plugs are still not working. Yeah, but it's the most comfortable and really, really warm. So if it's a really freezing cold evening and we're going out to a pub or something, I'll often put my thick thermals and even thermal leggings on underneath this, and because it's a knit dress, it's comfy, you can eat as much as you want, you can expand, and I love it. So probably always keep that one. This one here is from And Other Stories, and it's the one with the slightly cinched in waist. I really hope they do this again this year because these are so flattering. They've got shoulder pads, high roll neck at the top, and then just this little detail makes it a lot more flattering. I wore this to a lot of work events last year, lots of Christmas lunches. This one I think is Joseph, and similar to the Max Mara, it's just really good quality, cashmere wool blend, so I need to be careful washing it. One of my favourite roll necks of late from Joseph that I got on Net-a-Porter, that I wore a lot with my Ulla Johnson burgundy skirt. I shrunk it in the wash. Actually, Charlie shrunk it in the wash. I don't know how we managed it because it was in with his cashmere and he's always really careful on the settings. So I really don't know how that happened. Speaking of burgundy from that skirt, this nail colour, it just seems that everyone, God, my hands look so pale. Everyone has got this nail colour at the moment. I just paused Lily Pebbles and watching her video in the background, and her mum and her sister all have this nail colour. My mum has got this nail colour. The lady that did my nails had this nail colour, and even the lady that did Lala's nails at the mode salon had this nail colour. It's crazy. And Robin, when I saw Robin the other day, she had this nail colour. We haven't discussed it, it's just what everyone is leaning towards. Mine is Thornberry from Biosculpture. So this jumper dress actually doesn't have a label in. I think it might be Lily Silk. One that I put in earlier is Lily Silk, this one. And again, because of the fabric of this, so warm, so comfortable. And then this is one from Reese. It makes me laugh because this fabric reminds me of those envelopes that you get, you know, those really annoying packaging envelopes that are protective and they've got this like recycled filling. That's what this reminds me of. Keep checking my phone expecting it to be like 5 PM because it's so dark outside, but it's only 2:50. It feels like it should be so much later. Crazy. Have managed to get rid of a few jumper dresses, quite a few of the H&M ones, which I just didn't love wearing that much last year, or any which I seem to have something similar. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this jumper. This is so cute. Lillian Greenoch. I love a sheep knit. I think this is my 4th sheep jumper. Love them. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, this has gone well. I have managed to empty all of those bags from last year's knitwear, so let's start putting them away. This section here is where I'm keeping jumper dresses, and this section alone is the size that my wardrobe used to be when Charlie and I lived together in London before we moved to our old house, if that makes sense. Like, this was all the wardrobe space that I have, and now I actually cannot even just fit my jumper dresses in it, which I appreciate is totally ridiculous. But one of the things that's taking up room in here is a ring light, which I very rarely use, so I think I'm gonna put that somewhere else. I don't know where, but it doesn't need to be taking up room in my jumper dress cupboard. So we've also got some cardigans in here, and do you know what? I've got a Skims dress in here that I don't think I ever wore last year. I don't know, I'll keep it. I've also got some sparkly things. I think I wore this for last New Year, and it's a great one. It's so comfortable and stretchy. So I've got a few party wear dresses in here amongst the knit dresses. I guess it's just a time of year. But yeah, I'll keep all of these together. We've got about 2 inches of room to play with. Problem is, these coat hangers are quite thick. This is the green knitted dress from a brand called Sefin, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Samantha Cameron's brand. And it's just the nicest fit and the nicest quality. It'd be a really smart workwear knitted dress. Hopefully they'll do something similar this year. I'd love it if they do it in like a brown or a terracotta colour. Fingers crossed. And then under the ring light, this one here is Ralph Lauren. Really relaxed fit with the brown cable knit and a roll neck. Yeah, I loved wearing that last year. Really easy to wear. So no doubt I'll get a lot of use out of that one again this year. And then this is actually the most affordable one. This is, ooh, that didn't sound too good. This is from River Island, but I really liked the cable knit on this one, and because it's affordable, I just grabbed for it and never really worried too much about snagging it or anything. So I got a lot of wear out of this last year, and I'm sure I will again this year. Okay, so if I can find somewhere to put that ring light, then we are good on that cupboard. Maybe it can fit at the back there, let's see. Good thing about these cupboards going into the eaves is that there's a lot of like empty space at the back. Oh, okay, I've just shoved that in and hope for the best. So now we've got chunky knitwear. However, with knitwear this chunky, you shouldn't really hang it because it actually like weighs it down. So I kind of need to find some drawer space. This does need tidying, but up here I have got some knitwear, again knitwear that shouldn't really be hung, like these lovely cable knit Holland Cooper jumpers. They can start to stretch if you hang them, so should always be folded. Do you know what, I think I need to condense these two bottom drawers that I just tidied and have that as a chunky knitwear drawer, but at the same time I know that if things are not on display like this, what are the chances I'm ever going to actually find them and wear them? Which would be a true tragedy because I've got so many favourites in here, some really chunky ones, some of my darker colour Holland Cooper knits, really chunky, I think that's Gunny, my original 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 sheep jumper. Yeah, I don't know, I think we're going to have to go back to the drawing board on where to store these. Let me know your knitwear storage solutions if you have any down below. Okay, I think I've just about reached the end of the amount of wardrobe clearing I can do for today. It's nearly pitch black now, it's 4:30. I have treated myself to a hot stone massage tonight. I'm getting a little bit too addicted to using these apps that mean I can get treatments at home. It's an expensive habit, but you know what? I don't go to the pub often / ever to go out drinking. I don't spend a lot of money on alcohol, things like that, so I'm going to spend that money that I'm saving on treatments. I know that's really excessive, but that's my justification. So I've laid out what we're going to have for dinner. I'm hoping Charlie's going to feel a bit better and will come down and cook. He's had a little bit of a funny tummy today, but I think he's feeling much better now, which is great because we don't like to have poorly men, because we all know that men don't quite handle things the same as women, if you know what I mean. So I've got everything laid out. We've got onions, we've got ginger, I've got mustard seeds, spice mix, spinach, coriander, and it should be really delicious. I've got the rice soaking as well. I also had another Amazon delivery of my stasher bags because I'm using them so much lately. These ones are a little bit wider at the base, so any food that needs eating up that's a leftover goes in these. That one's quite a good size. I'm not sure, this would be quite a good one for cheese, I guess, but I don't know why I ordered these little ones. I don't think I realised quite how small they were, but I'm going to stick these in the dishwasher before we use them. That could be useful for like half a chopped onion. Mini food storage.